welcome to LexTalk World Talk Show presented by Clickaway Creators. Today we have Vânia Tarkiainen with us. She's a tax lawyer, businesswoman, social analytics professional with a master's degree in compliance with certification in CCP, IABFM, and DPO certified by EXIN. She specializes in data protection law and with expertise in Harvard and extensive experience in different startup models in Brazil, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. Currently, she is the co-founder and CEO of Data Privacy Consultants. So now, without further ado, let's dive into know more about her. Hello, Advinia. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Nikkei. How are you?
I'm all good, and it's really a pleasure to have you on the call.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now, I would just like to ask you about a complex legal issue that you worked on and also describe the complexity and tell us how you approached it.
Yes, in my area, data protection law, it's really needed right now. So it's show up a lot, not just in Brazil or in Europe, but even right now here in September for the last year, the local laws like Saudi and Emirates, they started the data protection law. So even I am compliance officer. From the compliance legal things, I took the data protection. That's one piece of the compliance that include anti-money laundering or million other things. So I work just in data protection law because it's the issue of the moment. So right now I'm working in the local law and in the Brazilian law. That is the LGPD.
All right. And further, I would like to ask you, like in the era of legal technology, what are the most used tools for you?
Data protection, it's super important for everybody. You know, before nobody cared about our data. We don't knew what it means that we just share our data with everybody. For that, companies, big companies like Facebook became billionaire sharing, or better to say, selling our data, and we all are very happy, super good. We are well with that because we get free social media, but that's not free for sure. This had a high level cost, and this is what happened in our days. We are trying to show up to show the people that it's not just data, that it's important to save this data because this is about us, our privacy. And when we don't care about that as person and as company, even worse, the damage can be immense if we just don't understand how important it is to take care of our data.
And what legal issues should our legislators consider when facing the needed regulation for the metaverse?
Yes, this is super important subject right now because, you know, imagine if in our days that we are not in the metaverse yet, we share a lot of data. Imagine in the metaverse, because when we be there with all our avatar, that means our body, we will share our personality, our emotions. It's not just one skin without life. We will show through our avatar everything we think, everything we have no privacy anymore there because you know, when you are through the social media by phone or computer, you can choose what you will show up. But in the metaverse, you are inside that. It's not through the screen of a computer or cell phone. We will be inside the metaverse. So have a lot of issues that we need to care about it. What about sign agreements? How this legal issue will come through to make this legal or official? So million things. I am right nowadays. I'm super worried about how the legal system will lead with that, because the metaverse will expose us as never. It's difficult to run with that in nowadays. Imagine inside the metaverse that we will, for example, right now we will be together in one table working. So have no things to hide anymore, you know.
And what have been the biggest difficulties that small businesses and startups face to be compliant data protection laws?
Yeah, that small business to be compliant, the most important thing for them is the financial area. You know, I used to work with a startup and the small business, and I know they don't have money enough to do everything they need to do. In the the idea is to become a unicorn, that they will have a billion, but in the beginning of all startup, they need to lead with the lack of money. And for example, I have a couple of clients right now that they are in different locations, like Europe, like here, Brazil, United States, and all these countries, even they have a data protection law that are similar, they have some difference between one another. I will tell you one example. Right now in Saudi, I guess it was in September, they started the data protection law, but it will be mandatory through after March of this year. But imagine it, they consider if you leak data, sensitive data, you can even have a penalty in jail, like 2 years jail for sensitive. Of course, if you, when leaking this, you cause some damage for the clients or the users. So it's different. It has some difference between one country and other country. So the professionals that attended these startups, they need to be aware about these different laws. They need to be aware about, we need to prepare ourselves a lot, because it's not just to know the different laws, but the different situation or culture. So it's they start up today, they face this problem, that it's how to contract, how to hire a good professional that needs to be to study a lot different laws, to be aware with different technology to attend them, because you know, startup they are usually they are super technological, super modern thoughts. So usually lawyers, we are traditional, as you know, and we need to adapt to this new system, to this new age actually, and be to do that, you need to invest a lot in your profession, study a lot, even travel a lot. So how this startup that don't have money can afford that kind of professional that can take care of the data in different countries, especially if in this case when I have a sensitive data, and how they pay it. So that's, in my point of view, it's the big problem, because to be compliant, it's not some people believe data protection is to put in the site some policy there. Okay, I use a cookie, but it's not to do with that. This is one little piece of the data protection compliance. So this company needs to do that. This is expensive if you contract one lawyer that they need, or lawyer, or even professional. So I guess this is the big challenge for these small companies, startups nowadays.
What are the possible solutions to mitigate such difficulties?
Well, exactly because my client is a startup and I faced that problem. We had one idea, was to do one manual that contains all templates that this company needs to be compliant. So the data protection compliance, it means that they should have a roadmap for collect all this data in one place. They should have a lot of interview with the employees, the stakeholders, that teaching them how to lead with this data, how to protect. They need to have a lot of procedures in system, in the IT system department. So they also need to do all this. It's like ISO 272, yeah. So they need to do all this. And in this manual that me and my equipe made, they contain all steps that the company, startups or small company need to do for to be compliant. So in each department, include even training or clause of contract, in everything they need, it's in this manual. Right now, this manual I have in Portuguese, adapt to the LGPD, that's the local protection data law in Brazil. But in this moment, we are translating and adapted to the PDPL, that is the law, local law here in Saudi. So I guess this law here will be aware mandatory from March, end of March this year. Then they gave 6 months vacation leave. That's the time that the company to adjust for the compliance that is needed to be aware with the law. 6 months. So all this company will have 6 months from March to do the compliance, to adjust the company. So one way to mitigate the problem, financial problem, it's by this manual. So this is one solution right now that I am thinking, and will be in the market to sell. There in Brazil, it's already done, but now we will try to make as soon as possible to be okay here, to be translated, adapted to the law. That could be my apport.
And I completely understand. And now moving forward, as you all know, the time is money in any profession, and in legal, it's most of all. So how do you ensure to make the best use of time as a lawyer?
Well, using technology, this is the best way to do. In my company, we will use software to collect and save the data. We use the clouds to save storage our data. Of course, tools like this, like we are using right now, it's super important. Also, apps for communication that make easy, especially for me that I am living now in Dubai. My company is in Brazil. So to me, it's super important, the technology, software, communication apps, everything that help me to be there and here at the same time. And the technology helps a lot. And honestly, I use everything is possible to make my life easy in that sense. And just for you right now, I will give you, even my partners don't know yet what I will tell you right now. This is very good news. Happen now. For that, I told you in the beginning, I'm so busy. We are right now building our data protection office there in the Metaverse. So soon, I hope for the Congress, I will be in the Metaverse already. So yeah, in the process of building our office there in the Metaverse. That's the most new technology that is coming. And even I am a dinosaur, I want to be very, very updated in all this technology. This helps a lot to save time.
Exactly. So thank you so much for sharing such great insights with us. And we look forward to having a chat with you again in the future on some other trending topics in the international legal world. So for our viewers, if you like this chat with Vânia, please like and share this video, and also subscribe to Clickaway Creators YouTube channel to appreciate what we do. And you have more coming from the legal space. And this is Nikhil for LexTalk World signing off.